Hi, my name's Saltykoda. I'm not very fan of generative AI, believe it or not. I mentioned a bit of it in a video where I made a starter pack with Matthias. It's like, I think it's from summer. And I mentioned like I wasn't gonna discuss too much because I'm not very educated and I felt like many big creators talked about it. So what's the point of me mentioning things? But I felt inclined to make a video since this has been bothering me for a few weeks now, and it's mostly based on student use of AI. Because when it comes to art, there's no excuse. If you use AI for creative stuff, then I see you as lesser than. I look down on you. You're a loser. You don't deserve my respect at all, or anyone's. Everyone that doesn't use AI for creative stuff is better than you in any way. So this is not about that. That's a no-brainer. Just read up or just look at those images on Pinterest. You just open Pinterest and you see the garbage. I've been very vocal to fellow students about how much I'm against this generative AI use regarding studying. And I've noticed more and more people open up to using chat for help like it's Google, and it annoys me. Annoys me heavily. So I think that we can't normalize the use of ChatGPT and other text-based AI models, because they're not trustworthy. They make us dumber. That's proven. Search it up. I'm not gonna give you links. You need to actually research it and not just ask AI to find proof against it or find proof for it, because neither of those are trustworthy 100%. Find sources yourself. Actually take your time. Please do that. Many other students used to be against AI, and I've heard some of them say they used chat recently. And I was like, okay, now I don't want to talk with you. I use chat. Why? And I've tried to stay like calm and collected around people, but I'm being more vocal on judging people for using it, because I think it's fair to give it a break in the beginning when you don't know them, because just mentioning the harms and how you shouldn't use it, just try and see if they will stop using it as much. But later on, if they keep on using it, and especially if you're working with them on a project and they're using it a lot, then I'm not gonna shut up. So I think it's important to find your values and stay with them and not just accept everything that others do. It's stupid. Like, there's some stuff you can use AI for, I guess. Like, I won't judge you if you use it for finding something that seem like you've tried so many other ways to find it and it seems impossible. So like, for example, a word or something, like if you're completely stuck, I guess fine. Like, I see it as like, I don't want to use it at all, but it would be wrong for me to say never use it, or it would be hypocritically if I said never to use it, because I've used Google's AI overview to understand a word, just copying a word. It's there, and that's annoying. I hate it. And if you have an actual way to avoid using it beside writing -AI, then please do, because it doesn't really make a big change. But I've used it a few times for that purposes, which I'm not happy about, but I avoid it as much as possible. It's difficult to avoid AI nowadays, but I've disabled AI's the built-in AI thing with Copilot on my laptop. The button they made for Copilot doesn't work to open Copilot anymore, which is good because fuck that shit. So I'm disabling everything I can, and I want to disable Google AI as well. So if you know of an extension that is safe, because I don't want to download a random extension and hope that it isn't making it worse. So I don't want to just test it around. So if you use an extension that works well, then comment it down below, please. This is my second take on this because I was editing my video just now and it was a complete mess. So I'm trying to be more coherent. Now that I've yapped away for like half an hour about this in the other one, and I was actually going to talk about more things than just the studying thing, but I ended up losing the plot completely. I'm going to try and stay coherent with this. I'm doing an education right now, which I low-key regret, but I don't really have a motivation for anything else. There's nothing else here that seems interesting for me, and this was the closest thing, and I felt like I could get something out of it, but this school seems to be way too open about this AI. See what I did there? So like I had a teacher in the prior semester that said we could use it was obligated that we used the built-in AI in Adobe that has scraped things that they weren't allowed to generate 3 images, and it was part of the submitted work you needed to do to pass this class. Well, fuck you then. And I asked her, like, is this, why, like, do we need to use this? And she said, well, it's there, like, it exists, it's built in, so like, we need to use it, right? Right? What do you mean, right? No, we don't need to use it. What the fuck you mean? I didn't even argue back to her. I was stunned. I didn't show it. I think I didn't show. I didn't respond a lot to her, and she lost a lot of respect. Like, I have 0 respect for her now after that response. Like, you call yourself a creative person and you use AI to make things. Like, I saw later on her like PowerPoint presentations, and I started noticing after that interaction, I noticed she used AI to generate a lot of images, and she also had a lot of inconsistencies in the text. So I'm pretty sure she used AI to help her write the text that we were gonna use to understand this class. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why should I care about anything? Why should I trust you if you're gonna use AI so much? Like, I don't believe anything. That's also a problem. I realize that you use AI for something. Then how can I trust that you don't use it for other things? I had a friend that uses ChatGPT or something like that for as an chatbot for therapy, and they sent me a screenshot of their interaction, a funny interaction in quotations. I don't think it's funny, and I just said, "You." They asked why. I said, "Well, it's AI," and they started flaming me. Like, you don't understand. I don't think you understand. And I tried to explain that, yes, I understand. I'm educated. I'm not dumb. I understand a lot more than it seems you do. And they said, like, they like to discuss this, and mentioned that some other people had accused them for using AI in school. And I'm like, well, For me, it seems like a lot of the responses you give me are generated by the AI. For me, it reads a lot like it's generated and not actually your words. And even if it's not true, the fact that you are using this AI for therapy makes it a lot more difficult to believe that this is actually you writing this, even if it is. And I don't blame the other students for thinking you're using AI when you're using AI for therapy. Like, what? Just use a diary. Please use a diary. I've used that when I am really down. I've never used AI for therapy and never gonna do that either. The only thing I used AI for was character AI when it was very new. And I used it for like a day for different characters and those characters are developed further, but not thanks to that shit ass thing. No, I developed them myself. And I interacted with them a few times and it was so shit. And even if it's not shit anymore, it's caused a lot of harm and it's not good. So yeah, I'm not proud of it, but I think it's important that we're open about the use of it. Sure, I used those Snapchat filters that generated images when it was very new. Not proud of it and haven't used it since, and it's been many years. So I'm not gonna hide that fact that I've used it, but I'm educated. The same with like supporting J.K. Rowling. Like, if you weren't in the know of it, then it's fine. Just understand that you can't directly support her. You can watch those movies pirated, or if you have like me, I have the DVDs. I bought them. Those I didn't have on market. That doesn't support her. And people will flame you for that too, but if those movies or books are so important to you, then just don't give her the money. And the others who are mad at you are gonna be mad at you regardless. But at least you can feel good about yourself for not giving money to erase trans people. Cause fuck that bitch. It's a shame she's like that. It's really a shame, because I read that she was more of a good person before. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe AI generated that knowledge. Who knows? What do you think about all this? And is it something you felt like I was saying wrong? I don't want to talk too much about this thing, because I'm not the person to sit down and talk about stuff like this for hours on end. I can't do that. My brain doesn't function like that. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd in more the pop culture thing, so that's easier for me to talk about. And also my characters. I want to focus on my comic, which you see me drawing the first page of here in a speed paint. And I hope you will read it. I'm working on the poster right now, taking a break, recording this, making this video, and the poster's gonna be finished hopefully in a few days, and then I can start posting it. So I'm so close to starting posting the comic. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening to all this. I appreciate those of you that sticked by all this, and I hope you enjoyed. Have fun with the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!